Well, first of all, a happy birthday to Ezekiel Elliott. He turns 24 today, but he might not be at Cowboys training camp later this week. Pro Football Talk reports that Zeke is telling people he intends to hold out if he doesn't get a new contract. Back in April, the Cowboys picked up Zeke's option through the 2020 season. Adding more fuel to the fire, reports also say Zeke could be making plans for a trip out of the country. And Yahoo reports the situation between Zeke and the team could go, quote, sideways fast this week. We're joined by Fox football analyst Reggie Bush. Good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning.
But first, Shannon, that face says it all. How will this play out?
I think you might need to put those Super Bowl plans that you were planning on going to in Miami, you might need to put those on hold. Yeah. Skip, look, I believe Zeke will start training camp holding out. And they will tell him, we're going to take care of you, just not this year. See, Zeke understands, Skip. 2 of the first 3 years, Zeke has led the league in rushing. But in those 2 years, he's also led the league in carries. If you look at the year 2017 that he missed those 6 games, carries per game, he led the league again. So that tells...
Yards per game.
Yeah. So that tells me 3 of 3, he would have led the league in rushing and carries.
Thank you.
Now, Reggie was a running back. He knows there's only so many carries you have in that body. Now, they got him under contract for this year. They've already picked up the 5th-year option, so they got him for 2020. So guess what else they got? 2 franchise tags. So they can run this thing out for 7 years. Run him in the ground. You remember how they did to Marco Murray? Run him in the ground, or we done. See, normally the rule of thumb is what I tell guys, if you're thinking about holding out, you should have thought about it a year before you actually hold out. So that way you put, like, look at Mom. We ain't buying nothing. You ain't getting no ring. We ain't getting no new furniture. We ain't doing no upgrades. We ain't no new cars coming in. Because I got a feeling this thing gonna go into the season, and I'm gonna have to miss some paychecks to make them know that I'm serious about this. So, Skip, I'm on his side. But this is what he has working against him. For the last 3 years, commissioners had him up in his office. He's been in the principal's office. Jerry knows that. Now, see, there are things that have happened in Dallas that, to the casual fan, they don't know about. But guess who know about him, Skip? Oh, Jerry. Jerry says, I know things that the commissioner doesn't even know. And I've kept it hush, hush.
Really?
Yeah. So Jerry's like, Zeke, you just had to go to the commissioner's office for shoving a security, an 18-year-old security guy down. I told you, Skip, that security guy got money. Remember I told you, I said, go ahead and break him out, Skip. You be done with it.
Okay, but now you're saying Jerry's doing the same thing the security guy's doing. He's extorting Zeke, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's what happens, Skip. So he's like, hold on. How can I give you $45 million and I know you going to act up and you going to possibly go miss some games? Skip, you give guys the money, the long-term deals that you know you can count on. They're going to keep their nose clean off the field, and they're going to bust their butt for you on the field. So I get Zeke's point of view, Skip. He knows that they're going to use him up because he's how this offense works. No Zeke, nobody eats. That's how it goes, Skip Bayless. No Zeke, nobody eats.
So I guess the question is, how much is that peace of mind worth, right? Because like you just mentioned, talking about Zeke, is the one question you always come up with is, what is he gonna do next, right? What am I gonna wake up in the morning and read about next with Zeke? And so the player in me sympathizes with Zeke because he is the best running back in the league that we have to offer. The stats
best in the league?
Yeah, the stats back that up. Since 2016, the Cowboys are 22-6 when he has 20-plus carries. So it's not even a question of who this offense runs through. It runs through Zeke. But the general manager side is thinking, well, his trade value is never going to be higher than it is right now, right? He just turned 24 years old today. He's the best running back in the league. But running the football would not win you a Super Bowl, right? And so even with all the stats that Zeke has accumulated, they have nothing to show for it, right?
What?
Now, they got bounced in the playoffs last year.
Well, they won a playoff game. They got that show.
They won a playoff game.
Okay.
But it's a quarterback-driven league. Am I right?
Yeah.
And you have a good young quarterback.
too.
You got a good young quarterback in Dak who has to get paid next year.
Yeah.
Amari's got to get paid next year. You gave up the first round.
I want my money now. I can't wait till next year. I need my money now.
So, The reason this man says he's on Zeke's side is because he is not on my side. And he knows that I am on to something because this team is really good. And it is positioned to be the team in the NFC this year because it's right on schedule to win another playoff game and then another, oh, wait a second, and wind up in, dare I say, the Super Bowl. Yeah. There's only one thing that could derail this team, and that is a lengthy, bloody, nasty holdout by one Ezekiel Elliott. And he only, happy birthday to that, Zeke. You're only 24.
24.
Wouldn't you like to be 24 again?
Ooh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow. A lot of things different.
Wow.
A lot of things different.
Do a lot of things. I don't know. You had a great career anyway. It worked out pretty well. The point is, this is all much ado about zero, nothing. I don't care, and again, his agent is dropping hints to the media. He might just leave the country now that camp is upon us, right? I don't care if he goes to Tahiti or Timbuktu. I don't care where he goes.
He like Mexico.
He likes Mexico. He went to Mexico. You can go to Mexico. That counts being out of the country, right? Because you can hold out, quote unquote, all you want to of this training camp because if you go to camp, you're going to get held out of everything. They won't even let you practice. Seriously. He gets no practice carries, and trust me, he gets 0 carries in any preseason game. So all I care about is that on Sunday, September the 8th at 4:25 Eastern Time, right here on Fox, that Zeke is in uniform for my Dallas Cowboys, ready to roll and ready to do a lot of this because you're right. When he eats, they eat. But the most important player on my team is still the quarterback. As you said, it's a quarterback's game. He is the leader, unquestioned, of this team. He is the one you can count on and off the field. Is Zeke essential to this? You better believe he is essential. But Jerry Jones, I keep telling you, the one area in which he gets the highest marks is big business. And when it comes to managing cap and salaries, there's never been anybody do it better than Jerry Jones has done it. And I was there every bloody day of that Emmitt Smith holdout for the first 2 games, and they lost the first 2 games.
The next day.
And it was the next day. And yet he took less than I thought he would have at that moment because Zeke, Emmitt just missed playing football, and he knew they needed him, and he caved. He caved in. And guess what? He was the regular season MVP and the Super Bowl MVP. So it worked out. It was right on time. This will all work out. But I still believe the first to get his money is going to be the quarterback, and it's going to happen before camp is over.
And what did he say? Did you hear what the quarterback said? He said, I want Zeke to be the highest paid. No, he said, I want Zeke to be the highest paid running back. I want Amari to be the highest paid wide receiver, and I want to get what I deserve.
That's probably mathematically impossible.
No.
Am I right?
The man said he want what he deserves. You keep throwing out them stats. You helping his case. The first 3 years, the highest completion percentage. He's won more games than yada, yada. He's been
yada, yada.
Yeah, has more game-winning drives than anybody in the league. And you want him to take less money?
No, I don't. He's going to get his, and they will figure out how to pay Amari. He won't be the highest paid receiver, but he will get his money, and then they will take care of Zeke. And I do agree with your premise. They do have a tendency, philosophically, to say, we'll pay him one more time, but we can't pay him for long term because they know you just don't last long running the way he runs. You didn't run exactly the way Zeke. Zeke will just take on brick walls, man.
100%.
He'll just fight through brick walls.
That's what's so interesting about him as an athlete is because he takes so much pounding on his body and he doesn't get hurt. He does not get hurt.
I got to knock on this wood right now.
Exactly. Knock on some wood, whatever you can right now, because when he just doesn't get hurt. And that's the thing to me that's so amazing because I know how tough it is to live in those trenches, right? How to live in those 4 to 5 yards. And I didn't run the football like he did, and I still got injured, right? And so so my question is to you who has the real leverage here, right? Is it the Cowboys or is it Zeke? Because
they know that bread butter with Zeke. They need him. Because we saw, guess what? We saw Zeke in 2017 when he saw those 6 games. How did the Cowboys do? Now, that quarterback, that good young quarterback they got, he's special. He's special. Did you see how he looked without old Zeke?
Did you see how Jerry fought for Zeke?
Yeah.
on and off the field.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
did.
see Jerry
Yeah, I
behind the
appreciate
scenes and in front of the cameras, how he fought for
He did.
Zeke.
Yep.
And it meant something to Zeke. And did you see that reunion?